Hello. Good evening, everyone. Friday, and today we're gonna be playing both Apex and also doing a watch along. My favorite team in Dota 2. So actually, the match just started. Okay, it should be done. Let's go to the watch screen right now. Sure. There we go.
Good as an offlaner, and he will put a lot of pressure onto Arme, but the other side of it is Arme is a god. He is so
Okay.
good. Arme, like, yeah. I watched Collapse kill Arme's lone druid like twice.
So as the games are going on, I'll be playing Apex in between the match. There's only 2 matches anyway, so it's gonna be quite short. But I definitely do not want to miss watching this match.
It's very, very hard to pressure him.
I know it's very specific to that game, but what enabled Arme to kind of come back like that?
Well, obviously his team making moves, right? And then he gets like he needs the triangle space.
Yeah. Nothing to say, I think is a great
Check if my stream is alright.
Hyped up because he doesn't like solo carry games. It's usually like he's more setting up Arme for success, whereas I think a lot of other teams have mid laners
Should be all good.
flashy stuff. But he played I think Tango both those games. He was just banned here, but like he's just this big kind of.
So yeah, once the match begins, I'll be watching. Then after that, once it's break time, then I'll be playing Apex. It's basically the plan.
So that's the Seth Shaker, right? That's what he played in one of their previous games yesterday, I think, and I was like, why is he rushing an Octarine core?
This is kind of cool. I like these second phase bans where like they start off like, okay, they're going to target Amar, and then they get to the second phase and like, okay, Seb doesn't have his hero. We know he's the other player who has a smaller hero pool. We're going to target him. Like Io Wind Ranger bans. Let's just get rid of these heroes and force him. Like Shaker's a weak hero. There's a reason no one's playing Shaker. This hero does nothing in the lane. It's a big liability. Like your lanes are going to feel really weak when you've got a Shaker on your team.
I think I'm very not pleased with OG's draft in terms of like greed. I look at these heroes, like Viper is not a mobile hero. He doesn't get a blink and make plays. He's not fast at getting around the map. He does want to kind of stay in an area if he can. Bristle is going to want to take the triangle area. He wants stack, he wants the jungle, he wants to farm his Ags, and that's his timing to go. Coddle, he likes to sit in a lane and push waves. Shaker, he wants to sit in a lane and farm his Blink Dagger. I know in the last game that Seb played Shaker, he didn't go Blink Dagger at all, so he might just be playing a very like sacrificial Shaker that doesn't do that.
Do you think you can play Earthshaker that way? Is there an impact late game of Earthshaker being like that?
Potentially.
Okay.
This is something that we should want to see played out a bit more.
It's hard to say, like, can you play Shaker that way? Like, no one's playing Shaker right now. And I think there's obviously a reason for it. Like, it's not like some hero I think that's, like, underrated or, like, it's a bit forgotten, but the hero, like, there's just way better options to like the Enigma type heroes that just do more and have a better laning stage, more impact. There's items they can go for, like the Wraith Pack, that you're not gonna... Shaker, you still, I think, just have to go Blink typically, or I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, I guess we're going to see it play out, but we haven't really touched on LGD's side. Winter Wyvern and Jug here. Jug being that last pick on the second phase.
Jug's a weird hero. He's like this combination of physical and magical damage, because if you get the Maelstrom, the Shard and stuff, your spin is doing like quite a lot. You do a lot of AoE damage by like Omni Slashing and having all those procs go off. Which is very nice. He obviously provides healing. Like between that and the Wyvern, they might be able to go group up and push some objectives. If this Earthshaker is super poor, he's not going to have Blink and they won't be able to contest it. You want a way to sustain yourself when taking objectives, because Coddle's going to be like spamming you out. Viper's going to be trying to spam you out. Right now, OG have very good tower defense.
Okay. What do you feel is going to be missing then on the side of LGD? Or even OG? Either or. I guess LGD is last pick, so we'll start with OG.
When they're looking for a mid laner, they need something that doesn't get too hard countered. To me, they need more playmaking. Like right now, the Shakers, they're only stun, they're only catch, and yeah, it's good, but it's probably going to be Seb playing. He's not going to get a whole lot of farms, so having that mid laner, I mean, Puck's being banned out. These kind of, the typical spirit type heroes can work. Batrider is banned, so
Yeah, Ember's still in the pool though.
yeah, I think something with some kind of playmaking potential, because you've got these side lane cores. I assume Viper and Bristle, at least right now, they look like the cores. Heroes that are just going to farm and sit in their lanes. So
All reliable Void Spirit. Am I right, guys? All reliable Void Spirit.
I have never heard you say
Is there anything he can't do? He can gank, he can kill, he's so much mobility. If there's anything missing in your draft, it's usually filled by Void Spirit.
there's one team who may pull it back out. The OG do play Storm Spirit too.
Oh god, that would be really scary. I mean, it'd be great with the Coddle.
Yeah, they played it yesterday. I don't think it was with Coddle, but like they're one of the few teams who still seem to believe in this hero. So
They did. They played it.
Hello, Herman. Yeah, I'm just watching some esports, and then I'll be playing games after that.
Yes.
Just want to support my team. Currently, I'm supporting OG. I've been following them for many years. And yeah, the current game they are playing is Dota2. Very old and full of history mobile games. There will be 2 matches, so once the 2 matches are
for LGD side,
first match over, then doing breakdown, I'll play Apex, then the second match starts, I'll play Apex again. I mean, I will watch again.
they're going to really prioritize. So
Well, it was actually a Night Stalker last ban. Are you expecting that one?
But in terms of the current choices, OG does have pretty like 2 tanky heroes, but not loading. But they only have 1 stunner,
it's on a
which is Earthshaker. This
they could send Coddle mid.
champion, I mean hero is a champion.
These heroes
Not
can go
playing
other
League.
lanes, but
The one spirit we
Right
didn't
now,
mention.
I
think my cursor is being...
I said I was like Ember's still in the
You did.
pool.
Oh,
Alright, so
sorry,
you
Nat.
went Ember, I went Storm 2 and Void.
This is not captured.
There we go.
We
We
found the
covered
best
them all.
panelist. She's
Good
so
thing
good.
they didn't do Earth Spirit.
Earthshaker is basically the second one beside the fire guy.
I mean, that's just an Ori thing. I don't know.
But I think their current setup should be quite solid if when it comes to team fights.
Okay.
Okay, why the mid?
PSG LGD is a China team.
Core. Oh no, it is. Yeah, you're right.
It is quite decent. They have quite a number of
I just want to run
Strong
over this.
good supports and initiates.
I think there's I playing Viper into Edge lanes, honestly, I think is miserable. Like
But we shall see how the game goes.
against Viper, and I think this is looking really rough for Amar. Particularly, like I think Ami just like has the dream game here.
I think Amar really needs to win his lane, and then BZM and Tiger need to link up with the Ember and Coddle, and they just need to make plays and kill people. Because if they don't hold LGD's momentum, I think they'll just get run over.
Alrighty, well, it is.
Oh, it's French. Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, they are under the name PSG, but they are actually a China team.
Thank you so much. Right here we are. LG
And OG is a European team.
Power here, Lacoste. OG, do they have what it takes to get to their item timings?
Looking at this
I think
Viper
audio
pick,
can just increase it a bit.
Coddle, Bristleback, Shaker, it's very greedy from
Yeah.
OG. They will need time. There's going to be a lot of stacking. Looking at how they can invade jungle, maybe they can try to steal like big camp, but they can't kill the Ancient. So that means that Bristleback
Yeah, I think
is
in
gonna be
terms
able
of
to take the Ancient
early
stacks,
game, OG
so
really has
maybe
to carry the
BGLT wants to
momentum.
go in, block it
Especially
there,
coming
so
from
they're not
LGD,
gonna
which
be
is a very
stacking, a bit weaker
farming
in the
heavy
lane. I'm a little worried
team
as
itself.
well what panel talked about.
The
This
Viper?
Viper lane playing
Right.
into Enchantress, playing into Juggernaut, so you have a lot of sustain. Both of them have a healing mechanic, and also you have ways to dispel things. So this lane might be a bit difficult. This is a first phase Viper, so that means that it's gonna get countered.
Time to get ourselves into the game as we start the day off here with LGD versus OG. And
Let's go, OG.
Letter names, right? We've got ATF, we've got Seb, we've got PSG, LGD.
All
But,
3 letters.
you know, who else is there out there?
Who else is there? FBZ, BSJ,
Zai?
there's way too
Wait,
many.
did you say BSJ?
Yeah, there's way too many good players with 3 letters, man. I wish I had it. And into the game we go.
It's not too late to rename Lacoste.
Nah, I can't do it.
Just change your name to, LCS or something. LST.
That sounds miserable, Gary. Smoke from PSG
Starting with
LGD.
smoke.
We have Tusk starting with the Boots of Speed on Jin Q. One of the better Tusk players out there. Him and Kret definitely 2 names that pop up every single time the hero is picked. They know how to utilize it. A little, I'd say, weak in the lane because the hero does consume a lot of mana.
Okay,
You
my
need
logo is
constant
hiding the
clarities,
map.
mangoes running, but this also means that
I did for
they're going to
this.
be pulling the wave. Their level
Okay,
1
all
is
good.
really strong. With Blade Fury, you have nothing to say on Wyvern, Arctic Burn, and yeah, speaking of counters for Bristleback, in this game, there are many. You do have tag team.
LGD
Once
is
that's
literally
maxed
waiting.
out, you just don't feel the tankiness of the Bristleback, and also percentage-based damage from Arctic Burn. That's always going to be something that Bristle needs to care
Oh,
about.
they really want to get a mid
Absolutely
kill.
does. Uragi going to wander himself up towards the top rune spot where Faith Bian is already there, taking the bounty rune under the nose of BZM's Ember Spirit. And Ember, a hero that we've talked about a lot over the past couple of months. I know the topic came up in Riyadh where he was like 1-5, 1-6, was doing very poorly. But at this event, I believe he's 3-1, and his KDA is one of the highest so far, at like 13.5. So looking like a hot pick potentially.
One of the heroes that like teams always go for Ember Spirit whenever you feel like, oh, there's not enough lockdown, which they don't have. You don't care too much about rotation from the Tusk. Like Nature's Prophet, I want to see what the item build on Fate Beyond's gonna be. I wouldn't mind seeing Orchid this time around to have some extra lockdown for Ember Spirit, because they are a bit limited in that department.
That'd be good, yeah. So when it's a good Ember game, you
It's
feel
a good
comfortable.
Ember game, yeah.
Well, so far, 4-1 for the Wyvern, 2-0 Ember Spirit. Nothing to say coming out on top early days. And here's what you were talking about, right? Jinq not only dragging the creep wave, but also blocking
the big
camps.
camp.
Yeah.
If he wanted to be even more efficient, he could have killed the courier. Maybe stacked one extra camp, I don't know.
So many things on this checklist to do.
Just kidding.
Down bottom, the Wise Enchantress getting fissured out. May already spending the spin.
Almost.
So far, it doesn't look too bad for this Viper Earthshaker. They've done a lot of damage to the Jug and the Enchantress.
They did pull the lane back with Fissure, so they had lane very close to their tower at the start, having extra armor, extra regeneration. It's a lot of pressure.
And spin, a pretty long cooldown level 1. We need Arme to get to level 3 to really feel super safe in this lane. But I guess once Y gets his levels as well, we'll have these creeps chasing down the Viper, causing some chaos. Looks like BZM more than recovering.
Yeah, in terms of CS, mid is still close to one another. Oh, it's first blood.
Doing some serious damage. They don't want to commit though.
Yeah.
Quell spray charges did not want to go. There's a good synergy.
Don't get too greedy early game.
Have Nature's Call with tag team, so that's a lot of damage. Nothing to say. We'll refill the bottle on a mid lane, and so will BZM.
Get themselves refilled up. Uragi has the refill from the Kotl. Tiger going to give him that Chakra Magic and a Tango. Give him that staying power in the lane. Jinq still just looking for an opening to go, but they've got this wave right in front of their tier 1, so that's free farm for the Prophet. While a Fissure down bottom
Stun, but
does
too
block
far.
Arme into an awkward position there, and he actually spins to get rid of those poison attacks, but it's something Seb has noticed. Now they know it's on cooldown, and it was still level 1.
And they have a lot of mana. There's 2 mangoes on Earthshaker and 2 on Viper. There is a healing salve as well, not gonna use it. There's gonna be healing from Enchantress if necessary, and also dropping down the healing ward.
So were you expecting this lane to go much better for LGD? Has OG managed to kind of settle the score here better than expected?
I mean, this is why they picked it. They picked Enchantress, but there is still a sentry, so the big camp is blocked. Enchantress not getting any good creeps. Usually you would want to get this mana burn guy, so you have Aura and also burning mana on Shaker and Viper is pretty good.
Yeah, that Viper super mana reliant loves to be spamming out the poison attacks.
Finally unblocks the big camp.
Gets it done. Fissure onto Arme.
He's out of mana.
Well,
This might be the first blood.
He's only got 1 stick charge. The poison attacks go in. That enchant though slowed the Viper down just enough. And now Arme and Y, a little bit of a turnaround as they spin back towards Seb.
Yeah, with the Enchantress there, Juggernaut's gonna get heals after heals.
Heal in the lane for the sustaining. Incredible against heroes like Viper.
Jinq going for the water rune, stealing it away from BZM.
Yeah, so the double there for nothing to say, right? You got the bottom one. Jinq guards top. So no refill
Mid is
for
still
the
going
Ember.
pretty decent.
And we do see Kotl kind of wandering around in the jungle. They've got double Dire Wars
Seb
watching for the
places a ward.
stacks, but in comes Seb in
Oh,
the
nice
mid lane.
stun.
BZM straight in towards nothing to say. The Illuminate
Nice
clips him.
support too.
And this Wyvern looking pretty dead. Pops the Fairy Fire, the bottle charge too.
One more
Faith Beyond
actually.
can come in, but it's not
Nice
fast
first blood.
enough.
Oh, but it's a
Wyvern
trade though.
drops, BZM will have to lose his life in the exchange though. As Seb and Tiger look to split and run, but Shaker caught inside the ice shards. Down you go for a 2-for-1.
I'd say that's a good trade for PSG LGD. They're getting some extra levels on both Tusk and Nature's Prophet. Wyvern did manage to drive them closer to them, so in the end, a good trade. I'm not sure if Wyvern will be aware of the observer ward that was placed on the mid lane on the high ground, so potentially they could try to go in and kill him one more time before level 6, because Ember will hit a little faster level 6 than Wyvern.
Yeah, halfway through 5. Looks like those dire wards have all gone now around that top jungle area. They have the double vision that has now dissipated. Now looking for anyone that was contesting stacks or roaming around as the Tusk does love to do. Jin-Q and Faith Bian though now with a pretty nice wave coming forward. Counterpult held at the large camp. So next wave coming in, they could maybe think about the push. We'll see what Uragi and Tiger do to stop that. There's the Bristleback, very good at clearing out these stacks on his lonesome.
Tiger making some big stacks near the outpost. He's gonna stack 3 camps at the same time.
Oh
That's
wow,
efficiency. They also have an
nice.
observer ward place, so they're gonna see if someone's coming. They can
Bristleback
block
already has
one
Vanguard, so
forward
at least
throw,
it's
gonna
locked
block
in here
the
now.
entrance when Bristleback is gonna be farming that.
Diving Amar, Faith Bian brings
Oh, they're
the
really
+1
diving.
bonus hero in here to get the kill on the Viper. Earthshake, why gets the tower aggro off himself.
indeed.
So now a push in from LGD onto this bottom tier 1 tower. And Earthshake, not the best hero to really defend, especially once he's already spent his Fissure. This catapult's going to do some serious damage. I need BZM to arrive. Just with his body, he'll zone them out. Quick little sleight of fist there, and LGD respecting the fact that OG could bring numbers. Straight back up to top for Faith Bian.
And I like the itemization on Fate Beyond this time around. I mentioned the Orchid, but he's going for a different route, something that's gonna give them even more answers to Bristleback. Like, you become tanky, you always have global presence, so you're gonna be in those kills, collecting Urn of Shadow charges, and later on Spirit Vessel as well. Uragi,
He's got his
Vanguard
Vanguard.
done, and even more stacks in the jungle. This is gonna be very juicy for Bristleback.
So we assume LGD know about this, right?
Yeah,
They're
most
pinging-
definitely. They're pinging it out.
Yeah, they've got that high ground ward, so they see the stacks. Jin-Q is there with his body, seeing everything too. Do they bring 5 heroes to contest this? Because we can only assume that OG will do that as well.
They were thinking about it.
They've definitely got the options, you know, Jug Spin, Splinter Blast. They've got ways of clearing it. It's nothing to say.
Oh,
Went 30%.
solo.
Straight up
That's a solo kill.
Oh, what a sick move.
I guess
That's really
BZM
cool.
underestimated the damage
Well,
coming
I
out from
did.
Wyvern.
The Ember Illusion, you know, helping out as well. Hitting into
Yeah,
the
that
Ember
was a
Spirit himself.
lot of damage coming from the Winter
Nothing to say.
Wyvern.
After that, first death, making up for it. And it looks like LGD not really in position to contest the stacks as Uragi takes them. Instead, playing
Tricker,
into
what are
the
you
dark
doing?
triangle, finding Sep, clearing through the Earthshaker, but the trade-off
Oh,
here with Amara arriving
crit.
will find the Tusk kill, and now BZM wants to get involved. Faith Bian, remnants of the
TP on
pod.
him.
Wyvern comes in from the left-hand side. Faith Bian trying to throw out his ulti to kill off Amar. Spreads the
Oh,
Wyvern,
so
still
close.
alive, but the Flame Guard will burn him through. Tiger runs it back in a 2-for-2.
2-4-2.
If Nature's Prophet had TP ready, he could have potentially got out, because there is not a single point in Searing Chains.
Yeah, that damage from the Winter Wyvern is no
A
joke.
lot of stacks. Look at the net worth on that Bristleback. But nothing to say. He's keeping it close. This is going to be extremely good timing on Witchblade.
Yeah, we had like quadruple large and medium camp stacks there, and Bristleback barely 300 net worth ahead of the Wyvern. Does still have a couple of medium camps to clear through though, as it looks like Tiger just continually building these stacks up for his squad mates. And there's another one, the Warpine Raiders. LGD, 3 heroes down in their bottom jungle. They all farming together, holding hands. LMAO gets the solo lane to get himself that experience he needs. Jin-Q with Y and nothing to say. I want to kill Amar again. It has been a tactic utilized by a lot of teams. Focus ATF. remove him from the
Oh,
game.
even Omni Slash.
Oh, they're really diving.
Out of the match.
Going all out just to
Yuragi, well, he will come in to look for Q, but some good eye shots there. Now a Fisher blocking him between them.
Yeah, too late.
The poor Tusk.
Yeah, this global presence, and yeah, Viper was off to a really good start in terms of CS. He had like 15, 20 denies, completely dominated the Jug lane, and now Jug is ahead of him. This is why whenever we mention Vipers, we say, you know, win the lane, lose the game.
The age-old saying that.
GD is really trying to get the bottom lane out.
He doesn't have his urn yet because his courier got killed previously with the urn on it. Yeah, he's looking for that tier 1. Well, mid lane.
Big good lane control on their part.
BZM,
Haste available.
Tower gone.
coming straight towards him. Oh, the heal from the Ench. Yeah, that's enough. Keeps him alive. Very, very speedy Wyvern. Dipping back and forth.
And while all this is happening, what you just said, Fate Beyond managing to kill the tier 1 tower on the bottom. Not usually the tower that falls, but still opens up the map, opens up the entrance to the enemy triangle.
And so far, a dead even game. OG, you're going to feel pretty good as OG, right? They're getting towards their item timings, and maybe here a chance on Arme, but he'll have spin in a second. Just kill the healing ward on the way out. Do you reckon OG are comfortable getting Bristleback super tanky? They've got Ember Spirit doing decently as well.
They are looking for that Aghanim Scepter timing, pretty similar to what the Team Liquid did to them yesterday in game number 1. Because like once you play against Bristleback a couple of games, you also know how to play against it and how to play with it. Shane Q ready to go.
Straight on to Seb. Shaker, Fisher, sharded out. Halbert smashes there. Give him a couple of punches from the Tusk.
Oh, still alive. Oh no, he's dead.
Not allowing him to use Echo Slam. Yesterday in game against Liquid, I don't think we saw a single Echo Slam from
There's
Seb. He
not
also didn't
till
go for a
one
Blink
tower
Dagger, so I guess
gone.
that's why. If you don't plan to use Echo Slam, you don't even need a Blink Dagger. He went for Shard, wanted to get Octarine Core later on, but the game kind of ended before that.
He was playing the outskirts of the fight constantly, wasn't he? Just sitting in the shadows.
Yeah, the
Oh,
problem
GD is
with
sticking
the
as a group
Blink,
right
the
now.
problem with the Earthshaker is you need 2-3 minutes of free farming, and right now it becomes very difficult for you to get that.
Takes far too long. BZM down to half HP.
Radiant's bottom
Q
tower
and
is under
Yi.
attack.
On the run
Gonna
back.
pick one.
Ember Spirit's
No,
still
no,
scary
no,
when
they
he's got
shouldn't
his mana
actually.
pool up.
Attack.
But he wants to continue farming towards the Maelstrom. And you do still have Seb here getting a bit of farm time.
Dire's
Gets given the
middle
mid lane.
tower is under attack.
While Yuragi taking that bottom tier 1. And straight
Here
onto
comes
the
everyone.
Bristle. The mass TPs arriving from LGD.
That's a Spirit Vessel.
Yuragi, yeah, caught out here with a spin coming through from Arme. Yes, Yuragi will kill the Tusk, but with the Vessel on him, he should be dead here with a couple more touches. Oh,
Nothing
no,
wrong here.
The creeps come in. Faith Bian does claim the kill in the end.
Play balanced. Perfectly balanced hero. Took 4 heroes to kill him, plus a Spirit Vessel. He manages to get a return kill and barely dies. If that was Aghanim Scepter, he kills all of them.
Yeah. He demolished them all. He was alone down there completely. And he got the tower as well, didn't he?
He got that tower, yeah.
Healing power.
Sam
Radiant's middle
spotting the
tower
Ench.
is under attack.
Yeah, kill that ghost. Finish it off. BZM and Tiger. Don't want to commit
Oh,
on a
no.
level 6 Enchantress.
Yeah,
Taking
yeah,
far too
they're
long,
diving
but
too
very
deep.
little reward.
Good positioning from Y.
The rest of the team
Able
will have
to
joined after that.
break the smoke and keep Juggernaut alive. Now Juggernaut is recovering. He does have that Maelstrom, so gonna continue to farm up. Going for this new build on Jug, where you get full Mjolnir, you get Shard as well, and then especially against the Bristleback, because there's gonna be a lot of instances of damage. Same goes for Viper, even Ember Spirit Shield, so it's gonna proc a lot.
I mean, we've seen another kind of shift in this build as well, with the Hand of Midas coming out on Jug a couple,
no,
a
thank
couple of
you.
times. You're not a fan?
I feel like every single time I see this Midas on Jug, it feels a little underwhelming, because this is also your farming tool. Sure, it gives you attack speed, it does give you like some extra XP,
Yeah.
so the talents are pretty good when you go for Blade Fury Duration, Blade Fury DPS as well. You want to get to that like level 15, level 20, you get that earlier, but I still feel that's just my opinion. Probably I'm wrong, but I feel Maelstrom full Mjolnir is much better and much efficient.
Like 95% of the time, just get the Maelstrom instead. Mate, like you said, heading towards that
Dire's
Mjolnir.
middle tower is under attack.
Plenty of free time for him to farm away and try and catch up to the Bristleback, who had all those stacks made for him. LGD right now, though, playing into dire vision. Tiger
That was
and BZM
fast.
holding the high ground, but Kotl dead
Nearly
inside
down.
the shards. Now the toxins out there, though, and the poison attacks from ATF clears through the tusk. Don't know if they can catch BZM. Looks like Yi being hounded by Yuragi. The big punches coming out of the Bristleback with his bonus damage, while Faith
Oh.
Bian finished off by BZM in the back. So 3 for 1 there. LGD
Oh,
again
nice.
playing into dire vision with no vision of their own.
A little too deep there. Also, there was really spreaded, so no curse coming in,
Radiant's
no
top
clutch
tower
curse.
is under
Juggernaut also bottom. If they need extra damage, Juggernaut definitely needs to join, and we can see some damage numbers coming out from Viper, and also 1800 damage from Ember Spirit.
Another curse though, and another solo kill attempt. BZM, couple of
Close.
100 HP away from death. One more stun, one more hero there, he would have been done for. That's no curse on cooldown. Still more time for OG here to hit these timings. The TP and the snowball in though. They want Seb real bad. Finish off the Earthshaker with a snap decision from LGD. Ice Shards also blocking Tiger away, but BZM of course has that remnant to safely slide up to the high ground.
OG still needs 500 gold to finish Aghanim Scepter on Bristleback, then they're gonna be ready to go. And also Keeper of the Light, level 7, about to hit level 8, Chakra Magic will be maxed out, then you can play with both Ember Spirit, replenish his abilities, and also Bristleback. So you're gonna have all the
Ooh.
time.
Look at this Viper go. Yeah, he's destroying them. You know, 1v2 basically.
Here comes everyone.
Finally dies. The nature though bounces back across ATF. Kills off the Viper while Tiger trapped inside all the trios.
they
but the
blow him
Fisher
up.
and the
Oh,
fight
nice
from
kill.
Seb and BZM. Now, Faith Bian, any stuns to come, they just get the damage instead.
Radiant's middle
This
tower
observer
is
board on
under
the high
attack.
ground, revealing nothing to say. He didn't want to use bottle straight away, and they blow him up, and they're gonna do the same thing to Enchantress.
The bristle
Nice.
damage. He's doing 400 damage a hit. It's only 17 minutes in.
That's Aghanim Scepter for you.
But yeah, he really has the
heroes
Aghanim
gone.
Scepter.
And Amar, the only real casualty of war there for OG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
At what point do you start wondering, should Arme be joining these fights, or is it okay for him to be off in these side lanes farming to his
He's
first
waiting for
item?
Mjolnir, needs
Dire's
2
bottom
gold,
tower
literally
is
2
under
gold
attack.
to be able to get it. And yeah, his next item seems to be SNY against Earthshaker, against Axe, heroes like that. You want him to break the combo, you want those stuns, disables to last less. Camp stack 12. Wow.
That's the 3K
That's the
net worth
difference.
lead. That's the 3K net worth lead OG has right there. Tiger setting it all up for them.
They also have double Force Staff on side of OG. By Force Staff, I mean full pike on Viper. So this Tusk, whenever he tries to go on someone or block it with the shards, it's gonna be very difficult. They can also push people out of the Sprout and yeah.
Or over a Fisher.
Yeah, or that. OG thinking about Roche next.
Yeah, we're grouping up around the pit. Faith Bian didn't have a tree in there, so he sees a couple of them coming. Yuragi not
Oh, they're trying to go for Roshan.
stands his ground, batters away at Roshan, while LGD, if they want
Actually, they
to
could,
contest
you know.
this, they've got to
Everyone's
start
still
scrambling
quite
quickly.
spread out.
Arme still down bottom though, doesn't seem like he really wants to get involved.
Okay, they know.
Just gonna give
I think they're gonna give it to them.
to OG and to an overfarmed Bristleback as well.
That's a free Roshan to
They're
them.
well aware of it, but don't want to commit.
Has fallen to the Dire.
Ame, gonna TP top.
Dire's bottom tower
now it
is
comes
under
in.
attack.
Now ping in top. Looks like they want Seb again, but they actually move in towards
Oh,
ATF.
double Force Staff.
Oh,
Hits him over the Roche pit away from the Omni Slash. Now the snowball back. Q will punch into Seb, trying to finish off the Earthshaker, but the Echo Slam holds him out. But still
Oh, the back
dying.
lines.
Arme, found though, needs the curse to keep this Yuragi Bristle at bay. BCM trying to chase, but running low in terms of mana. Just has a sleight of fist and a
yeah, he got locked,
jumps
damn it.
left. Yuragi's first life will be removed.
PSG LGD, they're very happy how this played out. Only gonna lose Jin Q.
Yeah, taking Aegis away from Bristleback just for that one death. Perfectly fine for them. Especially when you've got an Aegis Prophet. Look at how quickly he's down in the bottom lane.
Forcing a rotation. They have a little bit of a global presence. there, and Wyvern also with Boots of Travel. They're waiting for their next set of items. They want the Wyvern to have Aghanim Scepter, Nature's Prophet to have a BKB, and also Tusk to have a Blink Dagger. Because right now, every single time Jin-Q goes in, he's dead. With the Snowball, if he needs to commit, he's gonna die to overwhelming damage from Viper or Bristleback.
Good TP from Tiger. Yeah, it's nothing to stop him, isn't it? Now Faith Beyond out of Vessel charges. It's a little bit sad, a bit spooky against the Bristleback as well. That's one of your primary tools to deal with him. So they'll need to get some kills in the vicinity of Faith Beyond to get those charges back up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And Almar attacks pretty quickly, hey?
Oh.
Throwing out these poisons
Double Raid Band, full Pike.
with a Vamp Race as well, yeah. Tiger just doing his job as the Cottle, sitting in lanes, clearing out waves, delaying any kind of pressure that the Prophet is trying to mount in any of these side lanes.
About to buy shard, so he will be able to bring an extra person and punish whoever's trying to split push.
Oh, that's great, yeah. I mean, the ability to bring BZM around, you know, Remnants plus that recall, incredible mobility. Coming out of OG. Arme, what is he? Yeah, got his Yasha, so halfway into that Sanjin Yasha. Not too far behind the Bristleback overall in net worth. It doesn't feel like he's had the same amount of impact just yet. But maybe as we scale and move into late game, that will pick up.
They tried to kill the momentum with taking ages off Yuragi.
Are they trying to pick out somewhere in the forest? I mean the jungle?
Lotus Orb on himself to be able to... If there's a Snowball, there's Omni Slash, Good Curse, removing both
but it's just a support.
and Witchblade. It's a really good pickup. I see a lot of Bristlebacks not wanting to buy it because they...
You want BKB?
Yeah, you want BKB, but if your team is not going to buy it, especially in a situation like this, you need to get it for yourself.
That makes a lot of sense. That's a great grab for him. Faith Bian trying to find little pockets on the map where there's no OG vision and no heroes that can catch him. Spam out some treants, try and cut the waves. Delay, delay, delay. The tactics from LGD. Buy as much time as they possibly can. It looks like they are angling towards that top jungle though, as they can connect with Faith Bian, play into that single observer ward they have out on the map. And there's the wave cutting to try and open things up for them as well. Curious to see what OG's reaction to this is. You know, if you see a Prophet wave cutting, then showing in the top lane properly. Are you going to bring heroes up here to kill him?
They want Seb, or if they can find Amar, but Amar might be a bit too difficult to kill with not enough lockdown, and they go on Seb. He doesn't have his Yule Scepter available yet. We'll try to go for the Fisher, but yeah, TP out. Oh, a bit of a grief there.
He holds Jin-Q in place. Now the Toxin and the damage from Viper stacks up. Yee slapped down from half HP. One swipe from Yuragi. Close to 500 damage per hit. Untouchable. Be damned, says the Bristleback.
Yeah, he probably stole like 1 or 2 CS from nothing to say.
Oh, and BZM with Tiger. Down bottom lane.
Oh,
Nice.
This is why Shard is so good, but especially pre-BKB. I think he had BKB, yeah, on carrier flying to him, but didn't get it on time.
And that felt like a pretty nicely executed kind of bait, you know, trap set by LGD. They cut the wave, they move up, they smoke, they set up and ready for it. OG, you know, seemingly falling for the bait with Seb a little bit, but reacting perfectly to catch LGD on the retreat.
Also, one thing to point out about itemization in Yuragi, usually you don't buy phase boots on Bristleback, you want to keep the brown boots, but since you're playing against Nature's Prophet and his Shard, that's the way to get out of the Sprout, because you cut down the tree, the big tree spawns, and then you get through with phase boots.
Ah, yeah, that's a clever adaptation. You can no longer just buy a Quelling or have Battle Fury late game. Remember the days of Sven's buying Battle Fury against Nature's Prophet. Now you've got these shards, things much more difficult. Like you mentioned, right, the double 4 staff always going to help you out as well. Manta style coming up for the Viper next.
Dire using a scan. They know something is up. It was probably BZM because he wanted to refill his bottle. It's only Y who picked up the haste rune.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, BZM there, and towards nothing to say. Aghanim Scepter coming up for the Winter Wyvern, and same story for the Ember Spirit, as they both got the axe queued up. But is this a common build on the Viper, by the way? You know, the Wraithband Treads, Hurricane Pike, all makes a lot of sense. Going Manta into, I believe I saw Blink
E-Blade.
E-Blade, yeah.
Amar thinks differently. It's great against the Wyvern because he can save people, close the gap. He can save people against the Juggernaut, ulti as well. So making game very annoying for PSG LGD. That's what he's doing, just being Amar.
Manta against Omni Slash, against Spirit Vessel as well. So it's not really like a Viper build, it's just him buying items for the game itself.
Exactly. EZM, they're trying to go on him.
Can they kill him though? He's out of there.
Oh,
Very
nice.
limited with stunts.
Yeah.
Now everybody's coming.
They needed some kind of silence. Maybe we're talking about tier 4 items potentially. There's not gonna be Orchid, but that you know, those tier 4 items, it's gonna take a while until they kick in. By tier 4, I mean tier 3, and yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Because right now it's very difficult for them to just go on Ember Spirit, especially with this Lincoln Sphere. So he is protected against the Winter's Curse, and now with the Blink Dagger finally picked up on Tusk, it's a little easier for them to go in, and also that's gonna be another way of saving people. Fade Beyond, deeping top. Wants to get some split push going.
Yeah, it's just been a beautiful flow from OG's game. You know, LGD have been relatively passive, making quite telegraphed moves, but every time OG sees an initiation or a gank coming out of LGD, they are there with 4 or 5 heroes ready for this big teamfight brawl. And then you can equally say LGD very good at reading the necessity to retract from these situations, get back to a defensive posture, but I'm just not quite sure when that spark moment's going to be, when LGD are fully ready to match up against OG. A second Roshan potentially coming up soon. 2 minutes until he spawns. Could be the next flashpoint for them. As Yi on this high ground in his own triangle, Fisher's flying out left and right. And Arme forced to spin quite early on here. Yuragi.
No Omni Slash, he does not want to commit.
They have to fall back, you're right. And it's just OG poking and prodding consistently, forcing LGD to fall back and retreat from every fight.
If Ame had ulti available, he would definitely go in and try to commit, because he potentially can delete one hero, but we've seen what happened before. Double Force Staff, get him out of the trouble if one is not enough, and now they're chasing. Taiga does have Force Staff available, but gonna drop, and he also lost the gem.
Oh, he did as well, you're right. Gem on the floor, buyback from the Keeper of the
Oh,
Light.
buyback.
Roshan 1 minute away, but
You wanna
BZM
commit?
still moving forward. Wants to play towards nothing to say. The Lincolns is popped. And Amar going for the TP out. Snowball and the Curse will cancel it out.
Big
As the Omni Slash
in the back.
onto BZM and Yuragi. Takes them low, but no kill coming through for him as Amar dies on the staircase. LGD hold this triangle, and Seb, the next casualty here, will get the Echo Slam out, but still dies for his trouble. Faith Beyond coming out with a double kill, and 40 seconds until Roshan respawns. Unlucky for LGD.
Not ideal for them, but great way to approach the fight. They isolate, first they proc the Lincolns on Ember Spirit with the enchant, and why he's not afraid. He's in the front lines, being able to tank, soak up all that damage. He's like, yep, just go on me. I want to bait some spells, potentially, like get the Lotus Orb out, but yeah, just way they're spread around, and in the end the Echo lands, but everyone else is way too far away. Seb trying to farm up his Blink Dagger, does have a Philly Stone, so that's gonna help out quite a lot.
Oh yeah. Yule's into Blink. Get himself some good items going for himself. He's the most farmed support in the game, and with a Kotl on your team, that's honestly quite surprising. Usually the Keeper of the Light is the one that transfers into the position 3, basically, but he's the hard 5 here as Taiga.
When Seb is playing for OG with the new squad,
Oh, yeah?
Taiga is kind of playing 5.
Kneels before his liege. Yuragi unable to defend his top tower. Faith Beyond will take it down with his treants. And Roshan scouted now by both teams. Alpha Wolf and the Earthshaker pop their heads around the corner.
There's also a new set of items for PSG LGD in the next minute or two. We're talking about Scotty on Juggernaut, and also Nature's Prophet with the full AC. So that's going to tank up the whole squad against the Bristleback, against the minus armor. Inside the pit they go.
And LGD have all their tier 3 neutrals as well, while OG only has one of them. Not farming out the neutral camps, instead trying to chip away at Roshan. First hit bash, and Missile Blade there. Good damage onto Arme, needs
No
the healing
ulti for
ward.
2 seconds.
Backup comes in the form of Yee's Enchantress as well, so plenty of heals for Arme.
Fabian instantly goes to the top lane, trying to get some farm up. Has enough to buy full AC. Let's see if he commits.
Well, he's pushing,
going for it.
Pushing bot with Treants, pushing top with Hero, gets his AC, he's all over the place.
This percentage-based damage, like Bristleback's never gonna feel too comfortable coming into a fight.
Oh!
Oh!
BZM straight in. Fisher comes with a snowball save, buys time for LGD to maybe turn the fight around, but the two supports now on the low ground. Pummeled down by Amar
Oh,
and BZM.
nice.
Here comes the Ember again with the DD rune going. They're focusing, nothing to say. They're splitting, trying to get away from this winner's curse. Potential
Almost.
they get the kill as well. A double for the Vipers. Arme does pick up
But
BZM.
they're all buying back a lot.
Spinning back to high
Good
ground,
Fisher.
and the curse arriving onto Tiger. The buyback from nothing to say gets them one bonus kill. Controlling Roshan, and this is a zone around it. Amar jumped and punched by Jinkyu. Snowball forward. What can Yuragi do? Lotus Orb in on him, but Arme is clearing up in the back lines. He's spun towards victory.
No buybacks coming out from them. No buyback on Ember Spirit. PSG LGD, they're heavily committing. They want to secure this Roshan. They understand how important it is playing against the Bristleback. So only one who bought back on their side is Seb, and maybe Taiga bought back as well.
Tiger did 3 minutes ago, yeah.
So this is a free Roshan. A lot of commitment. They will give this Aegis to Wyvern because Ahmed doesn't feel like he's gonna die. So far, he didn't die a single time. And there's also a shard, so that's gonna be picked up by Wyvern as well.
Oh, that's a great shard upgrade. Splinter Blast coming out. All those cold embraces. Yeah, another very split fight, but the fact that LG basically just hold their high ground, have that terrain advantage, and a triple buyback, you know, definitely helped out too.
Nothing to say, got heavily focused here by Amar. He used all of his mana with Fisher, also forcing a buyback. Nothing to say, will buyback and get a kill on Viper, but it's a lot of commitment, and one of the reasons why he is going for BKB, because that corrosive skin causing him a lot of issues.
And compounding the problems for OG
Yeah,
is
look at this, 2 dragons fighting against each other.
Then Tusk comes in and ruins the duel. Not a 1v1 anymore. And yeah, compounding the issues for OG was the fact that, like we said prior to that fight, Faith Beyond had pushed out both of the side lanes, so they're able to get themselves out on the map incredibly quickly. Sprout leashes talent now up
That's
for
a
him.
big one.
Ember
That's a
Spirit.
huge against the Ember Spirit.
And finally, some tier 3 items from OG coming out of those neutral camps. Anything particularly good? Spider legs against the Prophet, always very nice to see.
Earthshaker also does have a Psychic Headband for quite some time, and finally has a Blink Dagger, so we might see a better Echo, a better opener. There's also a lot of stuff on the ground, like you can just cancel the Blink Dagger with 1 Mjolnir proc. It does have a Blink Dagger.
Oh, he does, yeah. I mean, that Blink Echo potentially, the tool they need against Arme, right? Pre-spin, they get the Blink Echo, chain stun onto him. But they don't have that many tools to keep the disables going before he can get Omni Slash out. There's Earthshaker plus the Bristle's Abyssal Blade, really, as the primary ways.
Yeah, it's called a Bristle Blade.
Bristle Blade. I should have seen that one. I should have seen that one coming, honestly. Oh, jeez.
And now Nature's Prophet going for a little bit of a scale. Getting that Rod of Atos to be able to control Ember Spirit, who's not having a BKB. This Lincoln Sphere is not going to protect you against everything, so he might still swap things around. If he wins a fight, he's definitely not going to go for it. Why? In trouble.
Oh, they're diving for it.
BZM, spin out from Arme, and the healing ward, plus Nature's Attendance. We've seen this from laning stage all the way through to now 33 minutes in, giving such a beautiful amount of basically burst heal at this point. Like BZM and Yuragi, they really want this Yi Enchantress, so they've got the Cold Embrace now adding to their heal. Spin out from Arme, we'll find Tiger on the right side, and BZM, and he's dropping pretty low, might have to skip away from this fight. Still wants the Enchantress, while Yuragi BKB'd and run himself back with the spider legs.
Ahmed's ready to jump in with a Blink Dagger.
Well, they could curse him maybe here if they pop the Lincolns. BZM out, the rest of them TP as well.
That's Sprout. Ahmed was ready to go in on Bristleback because he knew Lotus Orb was still on cooldown. Blocked off Ame, he couldn't pass through, and Bristleback lives in the end. OG losing momentum. They were 10k gold ahead, and with the Bristleback lineup, having all these counters for him. We're talking about Arctic Burn, percentage-based damage, tag team is maxed out for a long time ago. Nature's Prophet does have a Spirit Vessel, and the Juggernaut, he can man.
Yeah, the gap is really getting
And tons
closer.
of damage with the Skadi as well. Reducing that heal, slowing him, kiting him. The shift in win probability there we just saw. Very.
Which is running out of time.
As that net worth gap decreases further and further. Feels quite similar to what we saw from Asta yesterday as well, you know, against these earlier timing-based drafts and strategies coming out of some of the European teams. A couple of these Chinese teams, Asta and LGD, very good at understanding that if they delay the game just, 10
They know
10 minutes.
exactly how to delay the game. They went in, took the first Aegis where you want to take out all the tier 2 towers with the Bristleback lineup, potentially go for the high ground if you find an opening, but they didn't. They took that Aegis immediately, only losing Jin Q, and then game kind of shifted towards PSG LGD. Even though it says 1k gold lead for OG, game's getting more and more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely is. And it's not just completely passive play either, right? You know, LGD were taking fights on the enemy side of the map. We think about 15, 20 minutes in when they were playing top jungle. Even though they were losing these fights, they were still forcing OG to respond in situations and areas of the map that don't really favor them or give them an advantage. They weren't allowed to get close to the Radiant base, do what they do best.
Look what Y has queued up.
What is
36 minutes in. He's like, do I need to be more tanky? I'm getting a bracer.
All right. Yeah, just a cash bracer. He's got the blast rake, fluffy hat.
And they're also pushing out the waves with a lot of different stuff. Nature's Prophet ulti, TPing, then using Nature's Call, Y with his creep, and also Juggernaut using Mjolnir on a creep wave. So OG's never close to their base.
Yeah, just getting repelled across the river. They will smoke us 4 though. I want to make a meal out of this. Get a proper team fight going. Taking control of that Radiant Triangle, incredibly important for this Dire squad to access these tier 2s, access the enemy base. Get some good vision down.
Done on Nature's Prophet. That means you don't care about Lincoln's on Ember Spirit. And he changed his mind. He understands after seeing that Road of Atos that he will need to be able to protect himself. Very close. He needs another creep wave to buy that BKB.
He's got a couple up top to clear out. There's the BKB done. But LGD once more straight up into top jungle.
Nice pick off.
Fight in OG's territory. BKB forced from the Bristleback. And LGD, they go in, they poke, they come back out. Now they can think about round 2 if they spot someone out.
Baiting a BKB from Bristleback, that's big.
Faith Beyond. Well, he was thinking about TPing forward there. Saw on the mini-map.
Yeah, killing the courier. Deep in value. Kill the courier, die.
Yeah, just go in. Get the job done. Don't care about the consequences.
Juggernaut hit level 25, something that we didn't mention. One of the best talents and the most fun one. Plus 475 HP. Very cool.
It's like the Spectre talents, isn't it? Like plus 5% dispersion, plus 500 HP.
That's a cool talent.
Yeah,
but this is just like straight. This is 25. It's straight up raw HP.
Here's your health, buddy.
Double damage bottom.
What is that? It's like 15% of his total health when he pre-talent. Penta-edge sword now for him. DD bottled, Basher and backpack. Arme has overtaken the Bristleback in net worth. A real true carry in this game. Roshan still at least 20 seconds away from spawning. But LGD get the D ward. Very important there from Yi to make sure there is limited to no vision for OG around the pit.
And still protecting their own ward. On the high ground, this is what gave them vision in the previous fight to get that BKB. On cooldown for Bristleback, which is down to 7 seconds now.
It looks like Tiger did rebuy a gem, as the Enchantress had stolen his previously. Well, this is where LGD want to be. Just waiting for OG to come. And yeah, 5 seconds for Roche to pop back up. Ninja gear for nothing to say. Can't be found. And with with Roshan alive and scouted by LGD, they're just going to waltz into the pit and take it.
Double damage on Jug, does have a basher as well. OG, they know this is happening, but how fast can they get here?
Not fast enough.
No, too late.
There's no way they can traverse across the map quickly enough to get there. And they've given away their positioning there with a remnant chucked out by the Ember. They do get a bit of vision out on the map.
Aghanim Scepter now also done on Juggernaut, so having that Swift Slash, or mini slash that I like to call it. Just an extra tool to potentially like get some damage done and also get the bash during the BKB beta 4 staff.
Save yourself from an Earthshaker jump in as well. Re-grab that outpost down bottom. Oh mate, he spots a small camp, so he'll go farm it.
Sebastian buying book for himself once they hit that level 20 extra Fisher range.
Oh, are we on first name terms now, are we?
Yeah, this is Sebastian.
Yeah.
Very close to level 20. That he can keep the distance then and not be found by Nature's Prophet. It's going to be all about using that Fisher multiple times.
He's
There's the leash.
Have they got enough to kill him? He's got BKB.
But the
Laken's popped. Still got the slight and the jump away. BKB utilised by BZM though. He's got the flicker as well. But in comes the catapult wave with Arme. They're under dire vision, but we'll see what Seb can do here. He does have the ability to jump in and go, just launches a Fisher at them, while Amar focuses in towards the Enchantress for a little bit.
Efficient push. One Fisher, one blast from Keeper of the Light. Whole wave pretty much gone on bottom lane. Fate Beyond.
Oh, Dimension gets one.
He gets the spin out. Sound and Yasha there allowing him to get out of that continual disable.
They saw Fate Beyond deeping bottom. They're like, we have 15 seconds. We'll try to poke, see what happens.
They're looking for BZM here. Faith Beyond invis. Oh, Jinq
Oh,
couldn't get the punch in time,
close.
but BZM might still get jumped upon. He's used his flicker already, trying to remnant and jump away. The big old snowball, not going to catch him. Does get shard blocked in though. One remnant remains. Incredibly slow BZM Ember Spirit, trying to retreat.
They might still be able to catch him.
I think they might just have him. Flickers off a nice little dispel there, but in goes
Oh,
Beyond again
did-
with the Sprout. Leash him up and catch the Ember Spirit. Down he goes, while Juggernaut has managed to disengage from the rest of OG.
And still holding that Aegis. Will pick up Arcane Rune. Ame, he wants to jump in. They chased him down for a very long time, forcing him to use all remnants. Does have buyback if necessary. Still, 2 minutes left on Aegis. I want to see PSG LGD go for the high ground. Go for the high ground, get Fishered, get blasted by Keeper of the Light, stop.
Get Blink Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to take this very, very slowly and deliberately. There's still a tier 2 bottom that they can claim. No need to irrationally shove up high ground. You do have the Jug with spin that can do a pretty good job here, but the Lotus Orb bounces the Swift Slash back onto him. He'll look towards Tiger with a Mjolnir.
And he's
Static
ready to
charge
go
bouncing in.
with
Nothing
the
to
big
say.
one.
Oh, he's
Killed off
diving
so far
in.
now. The only slash for real one. Uragi killed off. Buybacks galore from OG. 4 of them returning to the battlefield, while Arme still has that Aegis. Seb is in towards nothing to say, but he's eating the cheese and gets the BKB out as well. LGD are able to reset while Uragi charges
Oh, they're chasing.
forward. Another Fisher out. Tusk stunned up with a bash too, so a couple of kills from
That's
OG
4
in there.
buybacks. Can he get out?
The retreat
No
out for
bash.
LGD successful.
Oh, this is perfect for PSG LGD. Getting 4 buybacks out and also losing only 2 supports who have buybacks one more time. Big damage from Juggernaut.
Yeah.
7,000 almost. We like to round up the numbers, but yeah, he went in, forced that Lotus Orb, used the Swift Slash, and then when the Lotus Orb was gone, goes in with the full Omni.
And still has Aegis for a minute. Don't think they'll be able
Fade
to use
Beyond,
it for another
he's ready to go.
high ground push. The Scythe of Ice.
Oh,
Link
again.
is popped to BZM. He's dead. 2 minutes with no Ember Spirit now.
Oh, Uragi's here. Still 30 seconds left on Aegis. Rest of the team is trying to connect.
He's just going to continue fighting this, though, Uragi. Chases back Arme. The Abyssal Blade comes. Aegis, yes, it's there to be reclaimed. Seb wanting Faith Beyond, who TP'd into the back lines. His BKB gives him the safety, and the Fisher blocked away Uragi, so no bashes could come.
Also,
Spin
Spider
out.
Legs were not ready.
ATM. Lotus Orb on him. Guardy slow's annoying, but Faith Beyond is going to look, he's just TPing around from high ground to low ground. Look at me, I'm over here, I'm over there, and ATF jumped upon by Army, and nothing to say. Well, White does get the finishing blow on him. So 2 heroes dead for a minute and a half now, and OG in a 4v3.
Yeah, no buyback on Viper, does not have enough gold, and also Ember Spirit did buy back in the previous fight. Nature's Prophet did hit level 25, so you know that all lanes are going to be
Yeah, I
pushed.
think
And
OG's
also
mistake
this,
is they
side
really
of
dragged the
Wise
game
pickup,
too
plus the
long.
Trickster's Cloak, so he can initiate from Invis, whether we're talking about the Sprout, Gleipnir, or Scythe of Wise.
The LGD is so farm.
OG, they do have Fisher one more time, but that's about it.
Just don't forget about Blink Echo. That's the one thing that LGD have to have at the forefront of their minds.
Be ready. It's very difficult. He goes in with the Blink Dagger, Snowball Save, or just a casual 4-step. Ame wants to finish the game.
Yeah, they want these tier 4s. They know there's no Viper, no Ember. 30, 40 seconds on the sidelines for them. And he goes in with a quick swift slash and a spin. Oh, Uragi, down you go. So quickly falling to this Juggernaut's right-click damage. Still alive with his BKB and
Army ready to jump with Omni.
Oh yeah, Army. He comes in with a basher, clears up 2 more kills, and that's OG down and out.
Yeah, I think that's a GG.
Sep cyclones himself, but there is no safety from this LGD side.
Gary, did you just call it Omni Slash?
Omni Slash, I did indeed. Thank you for noticing.
That was a good one. In the end, yeah, a bit too difficult. They needed to close out this game, but PSG LGD very disciplined and not allowing OG to go and like feel the momentum after picking up the first Roche. They did manage to take the Aegis off immediately and kind of shutting him down.
Nice try, nice try.
Slow and steady. Yeah. They didn't feel panicked. It was very calm.
Okay,
from LGD,
Apex time.
Trademark LGD performance from them. OG, how do you combat this? How do you play? Do you play faster? Do you want to try and change your draft to maybe play slower to match?
Okay, let me open up the game. Yeah, I think in terms of momentum, OG pretty much lost it, and LGD managed to drag the game all the way to the point that they were farm enough. Hey. Apex time. Okay, let's play some ranks.
You and me, friend. Let them stare. What they see is for me to choose. Break a leg. Mine are made of steel.
Game shouldn't be lagging.
Is your champion.
I'm the jump master. Biko, bring your best. Can you feel that? The flame draws me this way.
Oh, no one's dropping with us. Nice.
First blood, and it's not me. Who said I'm cursed? Lifting the veil.
The enemies are shooting at me.
What?
Broke a rival shield. Reloading.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Enemy spotted far.
I am repairing myself. Hostile right here.
Looking for sniper optics.
Fix Doko. They're pushing.
I'm taking fire.
Not for long, pal.
Shields are recharging. Need to compose myself.
One more minute, amigo. Rings right there. So close. So close. Taking fire! 45 seconds. Got time. Oof, I'm down. No bueno. Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
Listen to my heart.
It's just you and me, friend. Let's not die. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close. Crack your enemy shield. Fire.
Reload. 10 seconds, my friends. See through the veil.
I am taking fire, friend.
Recovered our teammate's banner.
Recharging shields.
We need to move. The ring.
Did he die?
Care package being delivered.
Nice try. One RP loss.
It's only over when it's over.
We cannot resist the flame, so let us dance across it.
I wasn't always a wolf. I had to make these claws.
Introducing your champion.
Pain, death. Nothing phases me.
I bet that's a good spot. Woman's intuition. Remember, eyes on the prize.
Enemy spotted. They are far. Antagonist over there. This direction calls to me. Let us go.
It'll stop.
Attention. First blood.
First blood already. That's what happens when you get too excited.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We are outside the next ring. We must get inside to make our mark.
No, not yet. What the hell?
Setting up shop.
Champion eliminated.
Looks like that champion was all talk. My favorite kind of loot. The kind that's all mine.
New kills are appointed.
New kill leader. Eyes up, Bob.
We see. So far, oh my god.
I see someone over there.
The next ring has no limit. Your map can. This direction calls to me. Let us go.
Shop's open for business.
Oh, you open
You
there.
are coming home with me tonight.
Warning. Ring closing.
We're all inside the ring. Good. Come and get your birthday present. There's someone over there.
Oh, in the open door.
Opponent over there.
Okay. I'm
Emptying my heart.
Activating jump drive.
I'm recharging my shield. Unveil.
Recharging my shield.
Grenade.
There's another team. People still play Lifeline. Yeah, apparently. Else of the... Why are they not pushing? What the hell?
Let's explore this way. Taking fire.
Yeah, this guy right here. Oh, he's dead.
Contact with the enemy.
They wanted to push, but they didn't push. Let's try. What's that? You guys wanted to push in there, you all didn't push. Oh, the second game is starting, but they're still picking heroes so I can play later. I was playing Mirage when... Nah, Mirage is not my thing. Definitely won't play Mirage.
My mates and I are tipped up. Reckon we're ready for a bruising? AKA Kylie, Valk, and the Ghost of Viper.
The All-Father will gift us today.
Oh, Bloodhound time then. Wait, I thought in person wanted to choose Octane. Come on.
This is your champion.
Study the land, find our advantage, then we jump. Let's land here. Prepare for battle.
For a full OT.
I don't know if you know, but really there's a trend on TikTok called No Apex August. Oh yeah, they wanted to boycott it. I think I wouldn't care much about it. I'll still play Apex.
First blood. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the fire pit.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
I don't think there's anyone here, so we got time to look. Order again. That's a feeling where I need it. Charge rifle. I need a charge rifle.
Found an extended light mag here. Level 2.
Nibs. Forget that.
Kill leader appointed. New kill leader.
Gotta hop up
I can
here.
have it.
Turbo
My sights
charger.
are set higher.
Sniper. serious? Oh, okay. Instead then.
Better step it up, mates. Ring's far and closes in a minute.
It's fine, we got time.
We got a bit of a trek, mates. 45 seconds until the ring closes.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader, but they haven't won yet.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
Evo shield here. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
I need it. Extended stock here. Level 2.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Thanks, Yar. We're all outside the ring and it's moving. This is madness.
Let's explore this way.
Optics here. Sniper. Half the squads are left. Evo shield here. Level 2.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Care package on high. Favor from the gods. Contact.
Bilkul.
Contact with hostile. Enemy over there.
Fox 3. Taking fire. Charging on my shield. Got a jump tower over there.
There's a jump tower over there. Might be something good this way.
Recharging shield. Look at that block over there. No idea that about to die.
Jump tower over there.
Hey, check out this way. Just a sec. Healing up. This way sound good?
Okay.
Could have something good here.
Copy that. There was a battle here. All Father, give me sight. Let's go this way.
Fancy going this way?
There's a great distance between us.
Give me a sec. Healing.
Let's go this way.
Mates, that's one sad enemy over there. Hey, this way sounds good.
Copy that.
Protecting that area from fools that think they know how to fight.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Sniper stock here. Level 2. One in the distance. Doesn't look too scary, so you can come out of hiding.
Marking our surroundings. our surroundings. Recharging my shields.
Enemy taken down.
There was a recent battle here.
Fox 3 launching missiles. Recharging shield.
Hostile spotted.
Alert 5, Valkyrie on station. We are go for burn. Burn is good.
Marking our surroundings.
They're flying away.
Reloading. Hostile close.
Took down an enemy.
Taking a moment to heal. I have fallen. Contact.
Ring closes in a minute, and it's pretty far. Taking fire. Mayday, mayday! I'm grounded.
Making contact. Hostile close.
Ring closes in 45.
I need some help over here.
Healing up. Hold on.
Let us go this way.
Nah, you good. Up and at 'em.
Healing my
I told you to buy the extended warranty. This is gonna cost you.
Hold up. Healing.
This way, mate.
healing my
Oh, lemonade is so bad. Just something. Do you like lemonade? Lemonade is nice. Sorry, I didn't see the question as well.
Warning. Ring closing.
Yeah, I like lemonade a lot.
Good here.
We're outside the ring.
Done that.
Move, unless you want to get barbecued. Charging on my shields.
Oh, the second match is already starting, but this game is still playing. The circle is coming.
Care package coming down.
This way sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
One sec. Healing up.
Someone traveled through here. Someone traveled through here.
Healing up. Hold on.
Taking a moment to heal.
Next, check out this way.
Have that. Next ring is not close.
There's somebody.
Let us go this way. Taking a moment to heal.
One sec. Healing up.
The replicator on high.
Charging on my shields.
Bless me with sight.
Hold up. Healing.
Let's explore this way.
I'm out of energy ammo.
Energy ammo here.
Give me a sec. Healing.
Scanning the area. To those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here. Level 2.
Fancy going this way.
Ring's close and we've still got a minute.
Less than 1 minute.
I have an extended sniper mag here. Level 3.
One sec, healing up.
30 seconds remain. Safety is an arrow shot away.
Fancy going this way?
He's gonna let me go.
I have no peace. Might be something good this way. Energy
Place is
level
battered.
here.
Another squad's been through.
In progress.
Ring's moving and we're all outside. Let's not die this way. Cool. Care package coming in. Feel that hype, yeah?
Spoiler alert.
Enemy
I found the
spotted.
next ring. Check your maps.
Let's explore this way. Enemy spotted. Let's explore this way.
Healing up, hold on.
Helmet here. Level 2. Two enemy squads live. We take our victory and slaughter.
Beginning ring countdown.
Nobody panic, but we got bandits out there.
Give me a sec. Healing.
Taking a moment to heal. Let's go this way.
Yup.
Bogey here, and I'm looking straight up their tailpipe.
Could have something good here.
Let's go this way. Shield battery here.
Dibs.
Target over there. Hostile over there.
I'm still here. Just watching
Enemy
that
spotted.
spot.
Observing that spot over there. Might be something good this way.
Warning.
Forget that. Might be something good this way.
Great, safe to touch down. We're already in the next ring.
Keeping a Raven's watch on that.
Holy shit.
Scanning the area.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
We are inside the ring. Good faith.
Got a visual on a bogey right here.
Trust in the old one.
Let's try, let's try. Oh, you go second. We'll miss. Okay. Game already started, so I'm going to Green.
100, 2130. It's pretty close up at the top. Doom, the one down at the bottom, surprisingly. We'll start catching up with his Devour eventually, though. And Seb's grandson in that mid lane. 23-6 on the puck, just chipping away at the Void Spirit. Trade out in the regen.
Nothing to say, tanking up on his Void Spirit, bringing a Raindrop, bringing full Magic Wand to be able to sustain through puck. Big small cam stack. Let's see if Nothing to Say. Ooh, he didn't get it. He got like only a couple of those. But got the XP, which means that he got level 6.
And dispose up
puck
top.
to TP out.
Faith Beyond tagged by the inner fire. Amar getting OG's first kill. And you're right, that puck very close to death, just about jaunting to the orb to get away from the astral step. Oh, Nothing to Say.
Interesting team lineups though.
I mean, Chen here, he's got lots of little items, a little thrift shop going. Blightstone, Sage's Mask, Headdress. And minus armor with Penitence and the right clicks of CK. It's no joke when you're an IO or a Doom.
Also, minus armor from Reality Rift. It's level 1, so extra 4 on top of 2, which brings Doom's armor almost to minus. One of the reasons why he decided to go for Phase Boot, so we'll be okay. Putting a lot of pressure with this Doom and IO. Very difficult to trade regeneration against IO. Even though you have Chen, even though you have CK, still OG playing this lane really well.
Yeah, just keeping that pressure moving forward. And the catapult wave doing some significant damage to that bottom tier 1. Does get cleared out in the end by Arme. He's constantly at half HP. Thinks about the stun, but when he's so low, doesn't want to make the jump onto Seb when his 1 charges.
And the Fairy Fire did not want to commit.
Yeah, little abilities to turn fights around. But look at this. Nothing to Say. Or has he been scouted?
He's scouted by the Sentry Ward.
Dire Sentry sees him. He's still going to go for Tiger though, it looks like. Move in towards the back, ignores Tiger, wants Huskar instead. Struggling to decide which target he's going for. Jump, he's moving up, moving down now, focus in towards him and blow up Amar. Tiger, the next target. Line it up and finish him off. For little Marcy, no way to jump away from this, is that? Maybe can get a dispose out, but Nothing to Say. Going to try to catch up. Seb with a heal. Now the 2-man coil. Tiger's still alive and able to battle on through. They will get the Waning Rift in onto 3. The silence lasts long enough.
Oh, still alive. Nice.
Razor and the Void Spirit down and out. And Jinkyu with one last Fisher finishes off the puck. 3 for 2 trade. Now Jinkyu should surely be disposed back and found. Seb with a double.
Void Spirit, 1 second until the Resonant Pulse. If he gets that off, getting some extra damage and also getting the tankiness, I think he lives there.
Another reload bottom. And Uragi with Tiger. They're coming down here thanks to Seb, aiming for Arme. TPs from LGD are coming through, but the CK, even with his 1 charge, is dead to right. In comes MTS though. Resonant Pulse, the relocate out, they'll leave Tiger here to die as they save up the Doom.
Some good rotations, hitting that level 6 on IO at minute 8. That was pretty big. They did lose Amar, but also supports are getting quite a lot from this. Both supports going to be level 6 before minute 10.
A little interesting that Seb's going for the Locket first item. I feel like in recent times it's been that mech rush and Locket comes after. Do you think
he's doing it the other way around. Yesterday also, Holy Locket into mech.
Okay. Is there a good reason for that? Just quicker, faster to get there?
I think so. I think because of the build-up, because he like gets the headdress and you get it easier. You do have a magic wand as well, so I think that might be the reasoning. I also could be wrong. It's straight up 50-50. Either I'm lying or Seb is right.
You're right or you're wrong. No in between. Yeah, I think you're a spot on there. You've got all of the little elements, small item build-up towards that Locket. As Tiger gets found in the river and is ward removed by Jinkyu as well. Sentry there to unblock the camp. LGD very quick off the mark here to respond to Tiger's movement. Amar closing in on Armlet. One of the big timings here for OG is
Coil
that
in the mid lane. Doom
Huskar
is available.
Yeah, chucks it in onto him. Nothing to say. Nowhere to run. Uragi and BZM clearing through the Void Spirit easily, and that's the big reason they picked that Doom, isn't it? The lockdown on the Void Spirit, so important for them.
So a lot of units here. They do have Toughness Aura and also Alpha Wolf Aura.
Body blocks. Yeah, and a good face shift. Gets away from
Hand
the
of God
Fisher.
is available if needed.
Amar didn't want to jump into the middle of all of them. Doesn't even have the life break skilled. 3, 5, 6. Is he holding a point? He is, right?
Yes, Gary. 1 + 2 is 3 + 3 is 6, and he's level
7
7.
minus 1 is-
-1.
Right.
Fisher. Shin-Q looking for an angle.
Does that block
Cool.
him? Oh, he's got a little path through the trees, so no.
Oh, Ame might be in trouble one more time. He senses something's cooking.
Yeah, he's trying to clear out small cap. BZM.
There's Relo.
In we go with a reload and the jaunt forward. Tumbler's toy to try and scout out Arme. Faith beyond, disposed, sent back towards his tower. Good damage onto Tiger though, as Arme will claim his life.
Oh,
but
big
poor
Fisher.
the echo.
Oh, the stun.
He's done so much here to save Arme and allow him to open up and do the damage they needed. BZM, where are you off to now? Uragi's being left here.
Hurricane.
No way out.
And Reality Rift Paul. What a turnaround play from PSG LGD. We mentioned that both supports on OG are going to be level 6 pre-10 minutes, and so did both supports on PSG LGD. This was Earthshaker with only 1 point in the Aftershock, so couldn't stun lock them, because you want to, whenever you play position 4 Earthshaker, you want to max out that Fisher instead. And also, unfortunately for OG, Coil was not ready, so they couldn't go on CK and keep him in place to be able to deal damage. So a lot of time bought, and also Hand of God heal coming in.
Yeah, Arme going to be incredibly happy with the response he got from his team. The backup arrived so quickly, and now he's going to go on Uragi. Chucks the stun at him. Phantasm with that illusion doing some decent chip damage, but he's the one being turned on. Yi is here as backup with a Wild Wing. Tiger cycloned across with a Hurricane, but I'll dispose Yi back into the middle of 4 of them. Chen just hands his life over to save the Chaos Knight.
Showing a lot of heroes bottom while Lamar is farming in the jungle. Not going to say, looking for a rune. He's going to get invis, so he's ready to rotate.
Yeah, going straight for the Aghanim Scepter on this Void Spirit. So no Spirit Vessel coming out. Do they just reckon they've got enough physical damage through the CK and the Razor?
CK and Razor, maybe that's the thinking. And also, a lack of lockdown for Puck. Once Jin-Q probably going to think differently than Earthshaker in the previous game. He's probably going to be looking for that Blink Dagger. You want to be able to Blink Initiate on Huskar and mostly Puck to have that instant stun. And he queues it up.
That's what he wants. And he also wants to try and wrap around in on his bottom lane. They've already done a decent job shutting down Uragi. Usually Doom, especially as a position 1, I guess he's more of a 3 in this because of the lane swaps. He's not top of the net worth though, which is a struggle for him as he's jumped and nearly killed straight off the bat. Reload, the save, not going to come in time. Uragi dies under his own tier 1, but Amar, he's in onto Arme. In a fire there after the life break, and the Burning Spear stacking up. And the turnaround from Arme with a Hand of God. Heal comes through, can't finish off ATF just yet. In onto Tiger instead. The Fisher will block him, stun him as well. He can try and toggle his way out of here with Seb's heals coming in as well, but Jin-Q's there with an Echo Slam, the chain stuns, and a rift back in.
When I said Arme toggle, that he's going to be fine, I meant Ame. Ame did die that one time, and he's getting very close to Echo Saber. A lot of sustain coming up from that Chaos Strike. Y coming in clutch with Hand of God and Mech one more time. 4,000 damage. And same amount of damage from Huskar. He is officially position 1 right now.
Yeah, they've given him the farm priority. And that's why, Doom is struggling, as we were saying, not top of the net worth as we usually expect from a core Doom. He still needs plenty of time. He has got his Midas now, got the first use out of it, and a coil maybe into a Doom on the Void Spirit.
Can he get the Doom off? He's not going to be able to.
He gets fogged as he walks up the staircase, and now Jin-Q and Yi, they're chasing back in towards BZM. The Remnant misses though. Nothing to say, can't catch it. Rebounding from Tiger, but the rift from Arme shreds through the Marcy, and Uragi's going to die again.
Ouch.
This is why I said when the game started that Shaker is really good against Doom. You need to be able to chase people down, but one Fisher block could make a change. Inside the Roche Pit they go. Alpha Wolf and double damage running on Razor. It doesn't get more perfect for PSG LGD than this.
And the little ghost slowing him down as well. Who's going to get the Aegis here? Is it just Arme so they can put him on towers? Oh, it's nothing to say, so he can dive in. Have the freedom. And if he gets doomed, care a little bit less about it. Aghanim Scepter. 1100 away.
Be big for PSG LGD, having a backline jump, especially with Aegis. So you don't have to care. You can heavily commit, use 2 Resonant Pulse charges, silence Puck. Let's see how Puck is adapting. He's not getting any defensive item, going for the Blink Dagger. Nothing to say. Still chasing. He knows Taiga is in here.
Where are you? Can you hear any whistling? Oh yeah, you found the Marcy now. Fisher, well placed. As they will chain disable Tiger's Marcy.
That's a Blink Dagger 15 minutes in on Earthshaker. Considering that they've been fighting all the time and he died only 2 times, this is what you want to do with Earthshaker. Like, you either want to have a lane for 2-3 minutes to be able to farm a Blink Dagger, or a lot of skirmishes where you live and you get the assist gold.
Yes, that maxed out Fisher has paid off big time for him. BZM is jaunted across to the left-hand side. Jinkyu's going to find him, though. The Tumbler's toy doesn't find him.
Nice stun.
Echo Slam is there again.
Perfect timing.
Spectacular performance.
Blink Dagger just got delivered by the courier, so he manages to close the gap, gets on top of BZM.
Jinkyu really showing us the power of this Earthshaker. Looking for the first win of the tournament on that hero. 5k net worth lead for LGD, just 16 minutes in now. As Arme plants himself in the enemy triangle, taking away some of the gold that they desperately need on OG.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They scanned him as well, but they're so afraid. They're trying to spread the map, heading northwards. De-warding and guarding their top jungle. Good attempt from Yi there to try and deny his own observer ward, but not quite.
Look at his little army. This doesn't look scary, but it is a lot of auras. Heal amplification aura, slow, some extra damage, and also a little bit of magic resistance.
Oh, the heal amp is so nice when you got Mech, Hand of God. The healing coming out of the CK. As we're getting close to Arme's BKB now, you can disassemble the Echo. About 1,000 away from the recipe. Tier 2 items coming into the hands of LGD. As OG, well, they got 2 observer wards down towards the bottom right-hand corner of the map. And a lot of drawing there saying, push out bot lane, play into bot jungle. We've got the vision. That's where we need to fight around.
Go with 3. Be ready to come with the relocate. It's very difficult. Earthshaker doesn't have Fisher, but there is still Aegis 2 minutes on Void Spirit plus Aghanim Scepter. I think OG needs to respect this.
Yeah, 35 seconds until Echo Slam. Oh yeah, OG just fully falling back now. Still feel like they need more time. Wait out this Aegis, delay the game, get the Doom up and running, because he's not online yet. Yuragi needs that BKB. But LGD is so good at piercing.
Yuragi got scouted. He's dead.
He's under an observer ward. Nothing to say. Straight in with the Ether Remnant. Arme Faith Bian will follow up. The cavalry arrives and Jinkyu will claim the kill.
Just in case he
totally shut down, no time to even farm.
And tries to get out.
And an Eon Disc pops, you know.
And so he makes sure that doesn't happen. Still a minute left on Aegis. Void Spirit thinking about going in.
LGD are so good at these moves though, aren't they? They find the right angle to get into enemy territory where they are at their weakest, OG. Everybody behind the tier 2 top. Not allowing LGD to have that opening. And Aegis 50 seconds away from being reclaimed, so they've weathered the storm for the most part. Even though Yuragi has been the sacrifice 4 times this game on the Doom.
His BKB is very delayed. Also, something that we mentioned is if CK gets the ulti off, he gets 2 extra Phantasm illusions, and then it becomes very difficult for him to find which one is real.
They will find the real one straight up here with Amara Tiger. On to
Not fast
Arme.
enough,
No
is it?
BKB for him yet on the CK. He turns to try and
Oh,
find
almost.
No
Okay,
life
close.
steal. Blink Echo. Jinkyu turns the straight back
Yeah,
on.
that was definitely coming.
Sam gonna go for the TP home. And LGD, they get something out of nothing there.
They caught him underneath the vision. There are 2 observer wards right now in PSG LGD's jungle, scouting things out in the river, or the one that's gonna get devoted right now. So Ame dying, very close to his BKB, needs 400 gold, disassemble Echo Saber, and we'll have it. Again, this didn't get devoted. Yuragi did ping it out, saying that there is a vision.
Yeah, and he walks right under it again. This time, waddling back to his tier 2 with Seb's backup. A hasted Void Spirit, eyeing up an opportunity to jump. The moment he sees a hero, Jinkyu also here nearby, and a high ground ward sees every member of OG incoming.
Seb
Jinkyu
immediately dewards it.
solo coil. They want this Earthshaker, snaps the coil on him. Jinkyu pretty tanky on the ES though. Will get jumped by the life break, but the enchant totem, and in comes Razor, just chipping away
They're way
at
too
OG.
deep right now.
They're trying to commit, the dispo's back, Chen thrown in, but the
Fisher on
3-man
4.
Fisher catches them
Oh,
with
the
a shard as well,
stuns.
just holding back OG, stopping there, advance forward.
Man, Jinkyu Earthshaker, that's definitely something else. Also, very good Remnant from Nothing to Say to be able to close Marcy, placed it on top of Jinkyu so that he knows if someone jumps in. Oh, Fisher!
Hello! Jinkyu's here again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's the power of Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, being able to jump in, instantly initiate, and also seeing Puck using phase shift. Very difficult for Puck. He's trying to go for Kaya Sanj to have status resistance to lower the duration of those stuns, but PSG LGD, they're not gonna stop. They
Yeah,
have
look at the
BKB
goal gap.
CK right now, and
9K
also
goal
full
lead.
Echo Saber again, so
And an 87% win probability as well. Looking incredibly strong with his 9-10k net worth lead. Next Roshan.
Definitely
How
not
did he
looking
get
good.
that? I really struggle to see a world in which OG are able to combat the LGD side, just walking towards their base.
this looks so weird. I
Double void
yeah,
stuff.
double Raid Band, double void.
Well, it's beautifully arranged, aesthetically pleasing Razor build as nothing to say, saved up by Jinkyu again. Like turning onto the Marcy here, Tiger just charging towards the Earthshaker. Wants to get a couple of spells off, but now he's trapped down in the river. Arme will take that up for himself, handed a kill on a silver platter, and after the doom has expired, nothing to
BKB
say, he's
flying
straight
to
onto him. Yuragi trying to run it back, but he's being drained of his damage, killed by Faith Beyond.
Again, the same issue that OG has been facing. They dropped the Doom, but there is no real follow-up, and one Fisher just says, enough, you need to stop. Jinkyu's positioning has been...
Yeah, LGD has like, what, 2 stuns?
Let me do the math real quickly. 17 out of 21 kills.
3 stun
He's all
spells.
over the place. A lot of those assists, a lot of those Fishers are not assists that made a lot of difference.
Seb, 3 seconds stun, and Jinkyu not even needed. A straight up solo from Arme. Fisher will catch Amar. They'll follow through from the rest of LGD though. They are pretty wide across the map. Maybe OG can make something out of this. They've got 2 cores bottom. They see Jinkyu.
Jinkyu's level 15, same level as Huskar.
It's not gonna look good if they don't do anything.
What's the doom at?
13 with Hand of Midas. Not looking good for OG.
Yeah, it's a little difficult one for him. Look, he's below the Chen.
But the levels are different.
Jinkyu, of course, you're having a very good game. His way towards that BKB next. There we go. BKB up on Arme. Mage Slayer grabbed as well. Blink Dagger next on the cards for him. And Roshan 10 seconds away as LGD will be prepping themselves here, scouting with the Vool Assassin with his envenomed weapon inside
It's
the
a
pit.
good one. It's the one that reduces the healing, and the percentage is 75 region reduction.
It's like, oh, I pop my salve, I'll be fine farming this creep camper. No.
You get 100 HP from a healing salve.
Yeah.
If you use it on ally, then you get 50.
That's nasty. 50 HP
50
for a salve.
HP for salve, yeah.
Well, LGD not content to sit back and hold their own high ground. They want to take enemy territory, and here we go again. Straight up with the Fisher, jump in for the Void Spirit and kill off Yuragi. Gets the BKB out, but not the Doom. And with Huskar jumping on the Razor, well, he's just going to be lightning stormed down and rifted into Arme's open arms.
So
Jinkyu getting another
painful.
Fisher forward. Will be able to catch Seb, but with no vision there, we can't dive into the trees. But 2 heroes down, it's Roshan time.
BZM try to go on Jin Q, but there is way too much sustain. Why? With Holy Locket, Mech also ready to use Hand of God if necessary. Still, Fisher into Totem is more than enough, and Fate Beyond used Refresher for the first time, getting a double BKB, double Eye of the Storm. Very difficult for them to go in and take the fight. But this is going to be a freebie.
When the IO gets his Hand of Midas, you know, maybe we can look towards the future.
He
Think
did
about
have
that
that
late
queued
game.
up, but the game ended. Oh, Void Spirit.
Under a sentry.
Solo
Coiled
kill.
up, disposed snaps. Great pick off for OG. Still able to punch back. Arme. Oh, he's in honor. The puck stunned up and cleared through. Ooh, 20 HP remaining. Can we jump away with the blink? We
He's
can.
fine.
There's the Essence Ring as well. Uragi can try and defend him too. Shinkyu makes the move
Fake.
forward, but 1v4
Fake
now.
jump.
Uragi, he wanted to doom the Earthshaker, disposed back,
Into
will lift them
Echo.
up.
Can he get it up?
He can't.
Oh,
He
so
gets
close,
stunned out
nearly.
by OG.
I mean, it would look good Echo
Nice,
on
nice,
paper,
nice
but there was
comeback.
no one around him. Ame was there, rest of the team not ready to jump in and help out.
Very close to killing off BZM in the midst of all that, though. He's like 25, 30 health remaining. But losing your Void Spirit and your Earthshaker now gives an opening for OG to push out across the map. That's Tiger toys with Arme. I'm not sure if this is what he wanted to be playing with, though. It's a dangerous toy. Lots of moving parts and sharp objects there on the Chaos Knight.
Way too difficult to deal with this overfarmed CK going into Bloodthorn next after picking up that shard. He picked up the shard from Roshan and picking up the Blink Dagger.
Oh, they cancel the blink with the plasma field. This time the jump from Arme works out thanks to Faith Bian's arrival.
BZM getting caught multiple times.
And now we can prep ourselves for the push in from LGD. 3.5 minutes on the Aegis remain. Chen gonna recall his creeps across the map to keep the push going. While Amar and Seb trying to do what they can to get some land for themselves. But with a tier 1 mid and top still standing, it's so difficult for them. Being this far behind, having no access points to the enemy parts of the
PSG
map.
LGD, they are ready to go for the high ground. CK does have that level 20 talent throughout the route, pierces spell immunity, so he can still be able to reposition heroes and blow them up when a Phantasm is up.
And no buybacks outside of the Marcy for OG. Everybody very poor. No money for the buybacks. Tier 3 items are coming though for them. Amar farming enemy ancients, finding a pocket of farm, while Seb killed off by a Fisher and a move in from Nothing to Say's Void. How's OG's high ground defense?
Not as good as in the previous game. They had Shaker plus Coddle this time around. Puck will need to do some creep skipping, but definitely needs a defensive item for himself. He is going for Eon Disc, still needs a couple of minutes to farm it.
Amar, he's like cutting wave mid, farming ancients.
Amar being sneaky, look at him.
Why is Amar the finder? He's finding farm where no one else could. Is he the highest GPM on his team? No, the puck is ever so slightly ahead. 469.
He has higher GPM than Doom with Devour and Hand of Midas. That tells a lot about
Oh, hello
how
AG, welcome to the stream.
Doom has.
I'm just watching Dota 2, rooting for my team, but my team is currently losing. I was playing Apex just now. Nice, but nah, they don't have enough damage.
And in comes the rest. Arme with a double kill, clearing through OG. Tiger, no way of escaping. Penitence and the Rift on.
Yeah, it's the GG. Yeah, it's the GG.
0 victory here for LGD, and quite a
Nice try, nice try.
OG understanding that they have no business left in this game. They were not able to kill one hero in the last fight, and also White didn't even use.
I don't think they can do
there were
anything.
20 charges on the Holy Locket. Just the lane setup and also these couple of like rotations first time around, couple of dooms. They were not connecting. Jin-Q, masterclass performance on his Earthshaker.
Just exquisite stuff on that Earthshaker, really. I mean, the Chaos Knight last pick as well worked out wonderfully for LGD.
No real AoE to deal with CK. They needed to be able to get the Doom off, but
That
way
they
too
might
much
be
sustain from Chen.
down
Y
to-
played amazing on Chen, being able
Yeah.
to secure the lane for CK. And Puck, like they
Very
just
nice
got
try.
caught way too many times.
Okay.
Void Spirit did decide to go for Aghanim Scepter,
Screen.
which is a bit of a greedy item build, but once you get to that,
Okay, I guess I'll be ending stream here since the watch along is done. Then I don't feel like playing Apex. Kind of tired actually. For those who are still here, thank you for joining the stream. My next stream will be tomorrow afternoon. I'll be playing some Fire Emblem Three Houses. At night, I'm not too tired. I'll be playing Monster Hunter Rise. So yeah, those are here. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next stream. Bye bye.